Pregame.com.
I believe we have a dark horse national title contender in the Big 12 this year. This is Brad Powers, Pregame.com studios, just off the Vegas Strip. And I know college football, the season doesn't kick off for about another 4 months here, but some incredible value in the offseason betting markets, and particularly, I think you want to buy this team.
Back in 2010, Auburn came out of nowhere to win the national title. You have isolated one team you think could be a similar story.
Yeah, we're going with Texas this year. And for this video, we're just going to forget the national title. Let's just go Texas over their season win total. Right now in the marketplace, early numbers have them around 7. We're going Texas over 7. Why? Look at go back to last year. Texas, where they won 7 games. In fact, Texas hasn't topped 7 wins the last 5 years. But last year's team probably should have won 9 or 10 games. Lost 4 games, Texas, last year by 6 points or less. And you look at a couple of those losses were pretty good performances. Lost by 5 to an Oklahoma team that went to the college football playoff. Lost by 3 in double overtime at USC early in the season with a freshman quarterback. That was a good performance for Texas. Lost in overtime to Oklahoma State, a team that ended up winning 10 games. Ball bounces Texas's way once or twice in those games, and we've been talking about Texas winning 8, 9, 10 games last year. Therefore, there's value on Texas this year. We're going over 7 wins.
Now, you know the math guys are going to evaluate how good Texas was last year based upon their overall stats. However, they had such a weird Week 1 performance, and pros will tell you if there's one week that is not predictive of the rest of the season, most teams, their biggest change will be between weeks 1 and weeks 2. In many cases, you want to give that week 1 less of a weighting, but in Texas's stats, the week 1 was all of their defensive rating because they were so bad.
Yeah, and that's a great point. Week 1, not only week 1, but week 1 for a year 1 head coach, Tom Herman, as they're making adjustments. So what happened in that game? Texas is a 17-point favorite at home to Maryland, and they give up 51 points, so everyone just throws Texas in the trash. What happened the rest of the season, particularly on defense, an elite defense for Texas. Next 12 games, they give up about 19 points per game, and that included 3 games that went to multiple overtimes. Take those out, and this was a Texas team gave up like 17 points per game on defense, an elite defense, but creating some value because the full season stats don't say it.
Let's talk about your proprietary power ratings that you put out at pregame.com. Where is Texas in your ratings in the Big 12 and nationally?
Legitimate top 20 team. Here's a team, 14 returning starters, year 2 under Tom Herman, and also just signed the number 3 recruiting class in the country, so a lot of elite talent coming in. In the top 20, as far as nationally, in the Big 12, I have the number 2 team, only behind Oklahoma in the Big 12, so that's where I think there's some value here.
Very strong. Your second key handicap.
Well, it's all about who's coming back and who you're going to play this year, and I think Texas has a favorable schedule. And let me use the word favorable, not easy, because it's not necessarily an easy schedule. They play 11 Power 5 teams, but only 4 true road games, and one of them, Fez, is against Kansas, where Texas will probably have more fans in the stands than the Jayhawks. I could see Texas being favored in as many as 10 games. Only true underdog rolls Oklahoma State.
Love it. And Tom Herman, if they are an underdog, he has been incredible as a dog.
Nobody better in the country right now as an underdog than Tom Herman. Going back to his last few games as offense coordinator at Ohio State when he was playing with Cardell Jones as quarterback, how about 16-1 against the spread? Last 17 games as a dog, and more impressive than me, 13 outright upsets. He's the best underdog coach in the country.
Well, Brad Stevens is giving him a run for the money as a home underdog, but sounds like similar numbers. Let's make this college football play official.
Yeah, let's make this official. We're taking Texas over 7 wins. Love this one, guys. Go back to last year. Texas, a misleading 7-6 season where they lost 4 games by 6 points or less, including the top 15 teams like Oklahoma, USC, Oklahoma State. And this year, Texas has a favorable schedule, only 4 true road games. And I think Texas could be a favorite in as many as 10 games. Therefore, we're going to take Texas over 7 wins. Hook 'em horns. More videos, pregame.com.